Good evening, good morning, or good night from wherever you're watching us. You are highly welcome to this tutorial where we are going to be learning how to use Otter AI. Otter AI helps to get an AI meeting assistant that records audio, writes notes automatically, captures slides, and generates summary for free. Again, with Otter AI, you can write notes and summarize meetings 30 times faster. So you're able to collaborate with teams in the live transcript by adding comments, highlighting the key points, and assigning action items. Otter saves you time because of the automated meeting notes. When you connect Otter to your Google or Microsoft calendar, it can automatically join and record your meetings on Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. You simply follow along the live on the web or in the iOS or the Android app. The other good thing with Otter is that it helps you remember the key details with automated slides capture. So when someone shares slides during a virtual meeting, Otter automatically captures and inserts them into the meeting notes, providing complete context of the content that was discussed. This therefore means that you can keep everyone aligned with automated summary. Otter generates and emails a summary that allows you to easily recall and share key information, saving you time from having to revisit an entire script. You can imagine revisiting a script generated from a 1-hour meeting. That would be too long. But with Otter, you are able to get the automated summary. So, how now do you use Otter? So you can try Otter for business, Otter for education, or Otter for free. All these will come at different pricing. So when you look at the tab for pricing up here, you notice we have the free basic one. We have the Pro that goes for $8 per month. And then we have the best value that goes for $20 per month. And we have the enterprise one where you negotiate depending on the size of your organization. So we are going to be using the basic free plan here. How do you register for Otter AI? You simply come to Otter AI, and I'll be leaving the link in the description of this video. Then at the top here, you click on Start Free. That is if you don't have an account. And once you create an account, next time you'll just be clicking on Logging In. So you click on Start Free to register a free account. It brings you to this site where you now choose the one that you want. We want the basic free. So you click on Get Started. It brings you here where you can sync your work calendar to start using Otter, either using Google or you can continue with Microsoft. So I'm going to be using a new email. So I'll paste my email there and click on Create Account. Then I'll need to put my password here. Then I'll click on Next. Then I'll give the first name here and the second name here. Then I'll click on Next. A verification email will be sent to my email. So I'll need to go back to my email and click on Activate. So here is my email. You see I have an email from Otter. I'll click on that. Then down here, you notice we have the confirmed email address. I'll click on that so that it will take me back to Otter when the verification is complete. And there we have it, verification success. So it will take me directly to Otter AI. And you have a bit of some setups to do here. You can sync your meetings from your calendar, either using simple sharing, or you can record your reminders, or you can use Autopilot, where you can set Otter to join meetings from your calendar and take notes automatically. So you just set a calendar, you just set a meeting on the calendar with Otter, and then once that meeting begins, Otter joins and records that meeting for you. So in this case, we are not going to be connecting either the Google or the Microsoft. We are going to click on Skip. And then based on your email, you may be interested in joining these workspaces. So if these are workspaces that you would be interested in this case, I'm not interested in any. I'll just click on Skip. Then which video conferencing software do you use? You can decide, do you use Google Meet, do you use Zoom, do you use both? But this should not worry you because this you can always reset per meeting. So I'll click on Zoom and then I'll click on next. Then transcribe your Zoom meetings on webinars. Then I can click on connect and connect my Zoom account, but I don't want to do the connection now. So I'll click on skip. I don't have any meeting waiting. So let's get to know you. In which department do you work? Again, you select one here that will serve your purpose. In this case, I'll select I do research and then I'm the senior leader, just an example. Then I'll click on done. That brings us to our Otter.ai homepage. So there are some things that we skipped, and even if you skip those ones, you should not worry because you are able to do that on the Otter homepage. For instance, if you notice here, connect your calendar to organize your day. We skipped the organizing the calendar. We can do that here now. Then we can also do our recording, our first conversation, and all that. So the things we skipped should not worry you because you can always add them here. So let's come to the workspace. So you can join a workspace if there's already a workspace that is in existence. In this case, if I click on that, you notice we have these two business workspaces that I have the option to join. So I'll simply click on join and then I'll be able to join those meetings and then instruct Otter to either take notes for me or transcribe those meetings. But I'll be showing you how to create your own workspaces. So we'll click on conversations, then I'll be explaining on that. So for conversations, once you have a recording, once you do a recording, this is where your conversation comes in. So for instance, I'm going to click on record, then I'll be able to see the conversation here. So I'll click on record, and then Otter will ask to use my microphone. I'll click on allow, and now Otter is recording my conversation. You notice at the top here, Otter is using my microphone. So it brings me to this page. And if you look carefully, you will notice that Otter is typing exactly what I am saying. So thank you so much, Otter, for recording what I have said. Thank you so much. So you notice that Otter will keep on recording what I'm saying. So you can imagine if I am in a meeting, I'll end up having a full transcript of what I'm saying. For instance, let me say this. This is the tutorial. This is the tutorial for Explain Me. You notice how it has done that. So that's how you do it. So I'll just stop it. Now it's recording even the things I'm saying. So to stop it, I simply click on stop recording. And now you notice in my conversation now, we have a note here. So it is written here processing. So even if I click on it, currently I'll not be able to access it until it processes. So I'll be explaining these other things and then we'll be coming to it once it indicates processed. So even if I click on it, let me just click on it, you see what it will show. Processing. Oh, finally it's done. So now here is the conversation. Exactly what I was saying, but you notice it is still processing down here to process everything that I have been saying. So you notice here we have the whole transcript. That is how you use my conversations part. And this conversation I can now, once it's fully processed, I can highlight it and then I can copy, I can paste, and I can do all that. I can also use these marks here. For instance, I can copy that. I can also add an action. I can add a comment and I can also highlight. For instance, if I click on highlight, now you see highlight added. So even if I click outside now, my conversation is already highlighted. So that is how you use the conversation part. I'll remove the highlight. And then let me come now to shared with me. So if anybody shares with me anything, maybe a conversation or slides, this is where they will appear. So you notice now it's empty, but if I had them, then I would be able to find them here. In case I find that I have so many shared with me, then I can search from the top here. I'll simply click on that and then I'll search in shared with me, then I search exactly what I need. Maybe a conversation about security was shared with me. I'll type there security, then I'll be able to search that. That is for situations where you have a lot in the shared with me. So if I click on more here, you notice we have apps and we have all conversations and we have the trash. Basically for the apps, you look for the apps that you can use. And in this case, if I click on that, you notice we have Zoom, we have Dropbox, we have Google, we have Microsoft, and these are apps that we can sync. So for instance, I can sync my Zoom here with my Otter, such that, as we said in the beginning, Otter will be able to join meetings automatically and record for me. So to do that, I'll simply click on Add, especially for these two. Let me explain for Google and Microsoft. I'll click on Add. But for me to use that feature for Zoom and Dropbox, I'll need to upgrade to a paid version. And in this case, I'm using a free version, so I'm not able to use these two. But once I pay, these buttons will change to Add, just like these two below here. The upgrade one will change to Add. So that is how you use the apps. So let's go to channels. So you can create your own channel. Here, I've just clicked on channel. Then here on the top right corner, I can click on new channel so that I'm now able to add a channel. Maybe here, I'll put it as psychology class. Then down here, I'll type the email of the people I want to invite in this channel. And once I am done, I'll just create. So you now notice here, we have my psychology class added. And then I can paste the meeting link here. And then once the meeting begins, I can simply click on record. And then again, I can also import audio or video file to this same meeting using Otter. So I'll click on import either audio or video. So that is how you add channels. So how about direct messages? You click on direct message and you are able to type a new message. So you notice now I can create a new message. So once I do that, I can now come here and record and share. So if I click on this is not a valid email, just for the sample, you notice now my button here is active. I can record and share. So I can just click on that, then I will talk. Once I talk, Otter will transform my audio to a text message. Then once I'm through, it will just automatically send that. That is how you use direct messages. So under folders here, you can group your content in terms of folders. So I can create a new folder here, and then I can call this folder classes. Then I click on create. So you now notice I have a folder here called classes. So I can add content into my folder classes. Maybe I have a meeting here. I'll put the link there. Maybe a meeting 1. Then I can add another meeting again, so that in the folder for classes, I can have maybe like 3 meetings. Maybe psychology class 1, psychology class 3, class 2, and all that. So if now I click back on my conversations, you now notice my transcript is here, fully generated. The word processing has already disappeared. So if I just click on that once, you now notice that here we have our full transcript. And then on this side, we have the summary. Remember in the beginning, we said that Otter tries to get the main points from your conversation and gives you the summary. But you notice our conversation was just a normal talk. So Otter just did its best to get the best notes from this one. You notice it has picked these 2 points. So if now I'm satisfied with my transcription and I want to share it, I'll come up here and click on share here. Then on these 3 dots, we have more options where you can export, and then you can sync text to audio, or you can even delete that transcript. So if I click on share, I'm now able to simply write an email here for the person that I would want to share with, and then I can change the setting here. Either they will be a collaborator or a viewer. So a collaborator can edit. So if I share this note with someone and I give them the right as a collaborator, they'll be able to edit. If I don't want them to edit, I'll just leave them as viewers so that they are just able to view only. The other thing is I can also copy that link. Now you notice here it's link copied, and then now I can share that link anywhere. I can paste it in a Word document, I can paste it on my WhatsApp, I can share it wherever I want. So that is how you use Otter. That's just a basic introduction on how to use Otter. I hope this has been very helpful. Kindly like this video, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.